Hey guys, Coach Rich here. In today's video, we are going to be discussing cable flies for pecs. This is a very widely performed exercise that oftentimes I see people making a few little mistakes on. So we're going to cover what those are and how to best perform these. Now, when we're setting up a cable chest fly, it's really important to take note of what division of the pec we're trying to target. So your pec has three clear divisions: the clavicular fibers, which attach up here to your clavicle, the sternal or middle fibers, which are attached to your sternum, and the costal fibers, which would be the lower pec fibers. So upper, middle, and lower pecs. Now, in today's video, we're going to be targeting the sternal or middle pec fibers because that's the easiest one to demonstrate. But the important thing to take note of is that what we're trying to do is move our pec tendon, which attaches here on top of the humerus, as close as we possibly can to our sternal pec origins. Now, in order to do that, all we want to think about is lengthening the muscle as much as we possibly can and shortening it as much as we possibly can. We don't need to think about grabbing our hands and reefing them together. A really good little trick or cue that you can use for this is to just try to touch your elbows together. You're never going to actually be able to get there, but it's a good way to get you into that fully contracted position. Couple of other tips are, I like to begin this exercise from the short position rather than starting out here in the lengthen. So just getting into that position and checking your alignment before you get going. What you should see if you have a mirror available, or you can just check it by looking at it with your eyes, is a very straight line from the cable through your hand and in line with your arm path. So the cable should actually go straight out of there and line up with the division of the pecs that we're trying to hit. The other thing to note, and the mistake I see made the most often, is that you want to maintain the same degree of internal rotation at the shoulder all the way through the movement. Remember, there's no extra points for stretching back further than you actually need to. We just want to lengthen the pec as much as possible. So as you come back, don't externally rotate to get extra range. Just come back right to the point where your pec is fully stretched and then squeeze in right to the point where it's fully shortened. Again, no need to take more external rotation or more internal rotation on the way in. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of a demonstration now. Okay guys, so that is a little bit of an introduction into cable flies for pecs. Now, key points that we went over are lining up that cable with the division of the pec that we're trying to hit, not externally rotating to get extra range and then internally rotating on the way in. Maintain that same shoulder angle throughout the entire movement. The setup, like I said, we're starting from that short position. That way we get a good check on our alignment before we get going. Really good cue for getting to that short position is try to touch your elbows together. Now, our sole goal here is to move our pec tendon as close as we can to the pec origins as possible and really getting a good squeeze in there. In order to do that, we're going to need to allow our scapula to move. So as we come back, we want to let our shoulder blades come together, but as we move forward, right at the point where they need to move, allow them to move. Don't try to hold your upper back tight in this movement. So guys, that is an introduction into cable flies for pecs. In our next videos, we'll cover how to do them for incline and decline variations as well. And if you have any questions, shoot them through and we'll get back to them.